So we watched Salem's Lot on Max. That came out on Max October 3rd. And so that was another movie that we broke up into two settings. It was like 2 hours long, but that's how we have to do stuff around here because #kids.
I think we started it on Thursday nights and then we finished it Saturday nights.
All the things. But yeah, so I'm just gonna start out saying that I have no attachment to the original Salem's Lot, so that was not an issue for me. I have never seen them. Has there been one or two remakes?
There's been two.
Okay.
There was the made-for-TV movie from 1979.
Okay.
Which is directed by Tobe Hooper, and then there was a TV miniseries from 2004 with Rob Lowe.
Gotcha. Well, that's a series, so
this is the first time they made like a movie.
Yeah.
That wasn't supposed to be made for TV, but this one kind of was too because HBO Max is kind of a streaming service.
So I'll just throw that out there. I have no connection to the original or whatever.
And neither do I.
Okay.
This is like one of the few like Stephen King properties that I never watched when I was a kid. Like I watched all kinds of Stephen King stuff. I read tons of Stephen King books, but I never crossed paths with Salem's Lot.
Gotcha. Yeah. So I mean, overall, I thought that this was fine. It was probably like a little bit better than fine. It was good, I guess. I don't know. I didn't think it was terrible. I know like some people were really shitting on it, and of course saying that the original is better, which I totally get that because Ken's that kind of person all the way.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is I started watching the original last night, and I'm like an hour and 10 minutes into it, and it's so much better so far.
Yeah, I mean, I do feel like this one, I heard like people who had seen the original and then watched this. There were still some people who said this one was fine, but that I guess there was a lot left out.
Yeah.
And that this one, even with there being a lot left out, this one was also still kind of like slow or something.
It's like
or it didn't like have enough detail. Well, I guess that goes into being
when I watched this, like I don't even have an attachment to the older movie, but I just felt like it was rushed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a 2-hour movie. A 2-hour movie shouldn't feel rushed.
Right.
But I just felt like they were like skipping over stuff or they were rushing through things and things were just going too quickly or there was more to the story. And when I was watching it last night, like they really like take their time and they build up the characters and they establish relationships and they really like give you a better sense of like what this town and community is like.
Mm-hmm.
As Barlow's coming in and everything, the antique shops opening. So they're doing a much better job like building the world, or they did a much better job building the world than the original.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, I still don't think that this was bad by any means. I felt like, I think that it looked really good. Like it was a very pretty film in my opinion. It had kind of almost like a vintage look to it a little bit.
It kind of reminded me, we talked about it just like aesthetically of Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Yeah, just lots
kind
of
like a period piece movie, but with more like modern like filmmaking flair to it.
Like it was a very fall movie, if that makes sense. Like the town, like I'm pretty sure it's taking place in fall time or something. Like all the leaves are changing. Like there's just a lot of like pretty scenes and stuff. With the town, like seeing the house up on the hill and stuff. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff. Some of the like CGI was not great.
Yeah.
But I mean, it wasn't like so bad that I just like couldn't stand it.
That's what kind of took me out of it. I just when I see a bunch of CGI vampires flying around and everything's going really fast and they're going for those like cheap kind of jump scares, in my opinion. Ones that got you a couple of times. Yeah. You're like,
I jump very easily though.
And just like the look of the vampires with the glowy eyes, like we talked about that. Like I didn't hate the idea of the glowy eyes, but I didn't know like how, I don't know, something about the way they looked. It just didn't look.
I think it made them look almost too like, I think the glowy eyes
too fake.
Made them look more CGI or like video gamey.
Yeah, I get that too.
I feel like
there was some creepy like imagery with like when they would go back in the camera and then you saw them all, like when they pulled up on the house and you seen two of them up on the roof.
Yeah, that was.
I thought that kind of stuff was kind of creepy, but they were in the shadows, so you couldn't see them very well.
Yeah, like there's one part where this kid is like he escapes to his treehouse. Oh, yeah. And I like that part creeped me out. And there's like a bunch of them, specifically children, that are like just like climbing all over his treehouse, and he's like trying to keep them out. And like I just thought that was really creepy because they're just like talking. They're like, "Let me in," you know. Da, da. And I just like creepy, basically dead kids are just like freaky anyway. So, but anyway,
I thought the head vampire looked terrible when they actually revealed him.
He was barely in it.
Yeah. Like when you see images from the old one, like I haven't seen the old one yet in the story, but like he's just got that more like classic Nosferatu vampire look.
Yeah, like I feel like there were a few parts that he looked better in than others.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. So,
but as like the characters and the performances, Luke Pullman is okay. Everybody's okay. I like the teacher, you know, that we just watched in that show. Like he was probably the best part of the movie. Alfre Woodard's pretty good. You know, everybody just kind of felt a little bland and like they were just kind of going through the motions. So
the girl was annoying.
Yeah, she got a little annoying,
I thought. Yeah. But anyway.
But overall, it's okay. It's directed by the person that did Annabelle Creation, Gary Dauberman, or not Creation, but Comes Home, which I did not like that movie. So I would say this is a better movie than Annabelle Comes Home. It's fine. It's good for a streaming watch, I'd say.
Okay.